You want to hear something funny? One of my favorite smells in the whole wide world is the smell of a dryer. Now I gotta fix that vent. I didn't realize how bad that was until now. That is one of my favorite smells, which is a weird smell, but let me tell you an even weirder one. If you're in the shower or in the bathtub and you're using a washcloth, after you get done washing and all that stuff, I actually like to smell the washcloth. It has that smell of the dryer vent, and it's just one of my favorite smells. Oh boy. Guys, let me tell you, it's been one of them days today. Holy smokes, I gotta tell you. I don't know what it is or even how I do things, but somehow I kind of pulled my back muscle. Yeah. How do I do these things? I mean, I can understand if there's a reason behind it, but normally there isn't any reason when I do it. The only thing I could come up with is I took a bath the other day because my legs were really tired from doing all the walking, and I went to stretch my leg and I had a muscle spasm in my hip area. That is the only thing I could come up with. That's the only thing I could only explanation I could come up with. Yeah. So needless to say, even though I do have a back issue, I'm still going to do my best to walk. I'm not going to take this laying down. I get it. But the walk I did today is so bad for me. I got a half a mile in. Yeah. Actually, it's a lot more than what some people can get. But with the back issue, I got a half a mile in. Now my back does feel a little bit better at this moment, but it wasn't feeling as good earlier today. No. So tomorrow I will try probably a little bit more than a half a mile, then work myself up back to a mile, and eventually the back issue will get better and I'll get back up to where I was at. Now I was also sitting there thinking, as my lovely wife pointed out to me, Friday when I walked hard. Saturday I wasn't able to walk because we had rain all day, but I walked hard Friday. And not only was a hard walk, I also walked very hard with that backpack on. Lately I've been carrying a backpack loaded with water. Could that have done something? I've been doing this now for about 2 or 3 weeks. Could that be catching up to me? Very possible. That could be related to my back issue. Could. But want to get back to that favorite smell thing again? I do. Let's not talk about, oh, poor Mike, you poor big baby. Let's not talk about that. Let's get back to my favorite smell. I can actually sit here until this dryer stops and be in heaven. At least my heaven. It is one of my favorite smells. It is. Let me think. What are some of my other favorite smells? I actually love the smell of woods. You ever go into the woods and it has that own unique earthy aroma to it? I can smell it right now because this is my woods. And I can smell it. Ah, especially when the trees are coming back to life and getting leaves on them for the first time this year. After being asleep all winter, I could just smell that, you know. Bring that smell in, the smell of spring. And I'm not going to tell you some of the smells that everybody likes. I like to smell flowers. I like to smell, no, you know. I'm telling you the odd things. I'll tell you another smell I like too is when somebody gets done taking a shower. And you got to use the potty afterwards. You go in there and I like that smell. I do. You know? Oh man, I'm picking up the smell from the dryer right here. Oh, by the way, did I ever tell you how good it feels to have a dryer again? Yeah. Of course, I feel like I'm cheating myself because I haven't been using my clotheslines. But guys, that was some of my favorite smells, which I didn't mention a lot. Let me tell you about one smell I totally despise of. And we're only going to mention one. I'm going to tell you why I hate the smell. Or I'm going to tell you what the smell it is I hate, and I'm going to tell you why I hate it. I absolutely hate the smell of raw fish. I cannot stand that fishy smell. Totally despise of it. I can't be around it, and it just is the most horrible smell in the whole world. Let me tell you why. Okay. For you guys who have a oozy stomach, you may not want to listen to this one. It's not that bad, but there is one part of it that could be a little bit disgusting. Well, I'm going to put it to you straight. Back many years ago, I used to work at a place called Gerson's Fish and Poultry. We basically cut up chickens, you know, and we clean fish. We did this all day long. On a given day, I would probably cut up many boxes of fryers and hundreds of fish. And I will go home smelling like fish. But that's not what did it to me. No! As a matter of fact, the place I worked had a high odor of a fishy smell. But that's not what did it, believe it or not. Oh, believe me, I lived with my sister in them days. And when I used to get off work, her cats would meet me at the door. I had to ride a Metro bus from work to back home, and I had to sit in the back of the bus, and believe me, people who sat near me knew I stunk like fish. But that's not what made me hate the smell of fish. Now, here's the part, if you get a little oozy, you may want to mute me for a few minutes, okay? And when I hold my hand up like this, that means it's okay to unmute me. Because I don't want to make people with oozy stomachs sick. Now, mute me now. God, I almost didn't get that out. Mute me right now, guys. Alright, years ago, I was the lowest, back when I had the job, I was the lowest man on the totem pole. And after cleaning these fish all day long, and, you know, garbage man came, I think, twice or 3 times a week. But after doing this, all the fish guts and all the scales basically were put in a deep freeze with a lid on them. But we had to bring them out for the garbage man twice or 3 times a week. Well, sometimes the garbage man didn't get there till later that day, so these things would be out in the hot sun. Well, they got so bad in the smell. It got so bad, the garbage man would not put them in the truck. So since I was the lowest man on the totem pole on my job, I was always picked to pick them up, dump them in the garbage truck. And guys, it had maggots and everything else in them. It was the most horriblest smell you ever want to smell. It was beyond horrible. And ever since then, I can't get near it. Alright. Alright, guys, unmute me. Unmute me. I'm back now. I'm back. No more gross stuff after this. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was being open with you. But that is the horriblest smell I've ever smelled in my life. And every so often, my wife likes to open up a can of tuna. Oh my God, I hate the smell. And when I go to Kroger's, our Kroger's down here, there's a part of Kroger's a lot of times has that fishy smell to it. And every time it hits me, I'm like, oh, I can't stand the smell. I can't. You know what's funny is I could go fishing and have no problem with that smell. It's just the fishy. There's actually 2 kind of smells, if you think about it. But if I could sit here all day and just smell that dryer vent, I'd be in my own little heaven. I think for the thumbnail, I'm going to go in there and get a picture of my Bounce dryer sheets. And I'll find a fish. And I'll talk about good and bad smells. Maybe that would be what I name this video. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Next couple of days, I'll be able to give a report on my truck. And once I get things set up to get it worked on, I may have the funds. I don't know. I hope I have enough. I just got to get in touch with the right people, and yeah. So guys, that's pretty much it. Please, down in the comments section, let me know your favorite smells and your unfavorite smells. You know, leave me something down there, and next couple of days, let's talk about that, you know? That's what I want to do. I'm going to start doing comments where I can make videos out of the comments, and we have discussions. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Maybe we, set up the table down in my production room and sit down there and kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? Kind of like, it's not exactly come out character mode. Yeah. Sit there and have a total uncut video and talk about some of the things that may be getting discussed in the comment area. I like that idea. But until next time, guys. Stormy, I know you're going to make me come down here, but are you going to come up? Or is there any way I could trick you to come up? By the way, there is one thing I do trick my dog with, and this may not be nice, but I do. She absolutely loves Ashley. Ashley's a friend of the family. And all I have to do is say something like, Ashley, hey Ash, come on. But I tell you, there she is. Ashley's here. Want to see Ashley? Come on. Let's go see Ash. Come on. Right. And then she gets wise to my bull poop, my BS. And she's like, there's no Ashley here, Dad. But it does work. A couple times I actually got her to come up and go inside. But now she goes to the top of the steps, looks and sees there's no Ash, and then, you know. All right, guys, until next time. Come on. Let's get out of here.